Okay, so just under a year ago, I quit TikTok. I deleted it off my phone and I stopped using it for entertainment, if you want to call it that. And I have noticed profound differences in my life, profound differences in the way I spend my time. TikTok was like this black hole of time wasting in a world where there are already so many distractions and things to be addicted to. And that's the thing, I was addicted to TikTok. I have been addicted to social media in my life and it sucks. You don't want that in your life. I highly recommend you delete TikTok and stop using it today, and I'm gonna give you a few reasons why I think you should. Hey, if you don't know me, my name's Mike. I'm probably better known as Radio Mike or Podcast Mike, and I spent most of my 20s working on some of Australia's biggest podcasts and radio shows. Now I have my own media business, I have a podcast, I have a blog, and I have another YouTube channel, which is my main channel. This is my second channel where I just talk about kind of all my learnings doing all the stuff I do and trying to figure out how to be an adult in this like modern world. So about this time last year, I just noticed that my mood was really low, my mental health was really negative, I was feeling a lot of anxiety and jealousy and just a lot of feelings like that. And to be honest, I was probably spending about 1 to 2 hours a day just scrolling through TikTok videos and like lying in my bed. And just for full disclosure, at the moment, today in 2025, I'm not perfect. I still feel like Instagram has a hold over me that I don't want it to have, and I don't like that, but I'm focusing more so on TikTok in this video because I think it's the worst offender. So TikTok would just drain so much of my time. It would just automatically be the thing that I would go to open at any moment of boredom, and I would just watch videos. Sometimes I would be like walking down the street watching TikTok videos, which now I realize is just really, really weird and not normal at all. And to be honest, I can't even remember anything that I would watch on there. Like it was just meaningless dribble that like added no real value to my life and was just there to almost distract me. I think TikTok in 2025 is really similar to what like cigarettes and vapes are. It's just like something busy to do to make you not have to worry about what's going on in your head and just sort of disassociate from life. So I actually just decided that I was gonna delete it and not use it anymore as a source of entertainment. In fact, I was really against the entire short vertical content movement that has taken the internet by storm in the last like 5-10 years. Honestly, I just hate it, and I don't want to use that kind of content because I think it is deliberately supposed to be sucking you in and addicting you, and thus it prevents you from getting done things that you would want to actually get done. Since deleting TikTok, it has just like completely changed my mood. I used to use TikTok before I went to sleep. I would just be scrolling in bed through TikTok. Ever since doing that, I've switched to just reading a book every night, and reading a book is a really good way to like put yourself to sleep. Not because reading is boring, but because just doing something manual with like not an easy, simple payoff and just not a pokey machine style flip system helps your eyes kind of start to rest and wind down. You're like using your brain actively when you're reading because you have to like consume the content actively, whereas TikTok, it's very, very passive. So my sleep has improved, which means that like my productivity has improved because I fall asleep naturally, I wake up naturally at about 6 or 6:30, and then I kind of get out of bed and go for a walk and get out of the house. I'm no longer like staying in bed in the morning for like 15-20 minutes watching TikToks or more that are not conducive to me positively enjoying my life. The other thing is I'm watching a lot more kind of meaningful, productive, long form content. I know it's probably weird to be like, well, I've just replaced short form content with long form YouTube content, but hear me out on this one. I think there's a lot more value to longer form video content like this. I mean, I'm not saying that mine in particular, but I like to watch a lot of videos about this kind of thing. And I think watching videos that have a kind of beginning and an end and kind of give you the option to stop once you finish is really good. Whereas TikTok, there is no end. There is no point where it goes, okay, now it's time to stop. But like with YouTube, you can watch a 15-minute video and then be like, okay, cool, done. And I think it gives you a lot more time to like digest what you're learning and think about what you're watching a little bit more and in more depth. It's not just disposable. I watch YouTube content to grow and think more and learn and And it's not so much, just disposable entertainment anymore. I've also replaced TikTok with a bunch of other habits. I mean, I already said that reading was one of them, but the other one is Duolingo. Basically, when I deleted the TikTok app, I just replaced it with the Duolingo app, and now I am on I think nearly 200-day streak of Japanese lessons on Duolingo, which is awesome. And I guess one question you want to ask yourself is like, what do I have to show? What is the yield of me spending 15 minutes, half an hour, 5 minutes on TikTok? What do I have on the other side? And I think the answer for most people would be like, nothing. Just like brain rot, mush, nothing, dead brain cells, no learning. Whereas then you're like, okay, but what is the yield of me doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour of Duolingo? Or what is the yield of me doing 5 minutes, 10 minutes, half an hour of reading a book, or playing a musical instrument, like learning a new instrument, or going for a walk or a run, or like lifting weights in that time? Like, I don't do all of those things, but I'm just like, what is the yield of both of these things? Okay. It is very easy to see that there is no tangible yield of TikTok, but there is a very clear yield of all of the other things. And I think you want to gravitate towards those things instead of TikTok. I mean, I always think it's funny that the app is called TikTok. Like, I feel as though that is the sound of the clock ticking your life away as you like waste it scrolling through meaningless short videos. I think that's a really sad thing. And I think here's the other thing. Here's the key thing I want to say about TikTok and why you should get off it and quit it, okay? I think it's important in life to check in with yourself and say, like, who is the person I want to be? Who is the man, the woman, or whoever? Who is the person I want to be? And ask yourself, is the person you want to be the person who lies in bed till 1 a.m., looking at TikTok videos, constantly swiping through just complete mush and just doing that, waking up, doing the same thing for half an hour, and then doing a bit of work, but then in every tangible gap where your consciousness is free, just opening the TikTok app and watching complete trash? Or is the person you want to be the person who like reads a book before bed, gets to sleep, gets enough sleep, wakes up early, goes for a walk, you know, maybe watches a little bit of Netflix or TV, or maybe watches some Netflix or YouTube, but like learns an instrument as well, like is learning guitar and goes for a run and lifts some weights and waters some plants and you know, cooks dinners for their family or partner. Like what is the person you want to be? What are the hobbies that you want to foster in your life? Someone who wastes their time scrolling through other people's stupid videos, or someone who is like actively trying to be a better person for themselves and be a better person for the people around them? Because I think 99% of people would say they want to be this guy, the guy who wants to improve. But I think 99% of people are stuck in the vortex of TikTok that is sucking them in and preventing themselves from actually being that person. And the first step is just deleting TikTok off your phone. Like, that is honestly the first step in achieving that. So those are all my thoughts about why you should quit TikTok, stop TikToking your life away, and take your life back from that, okay? That is all from this video. Check out some of my other ones. YouTube thinks you might like this one here, and I'll be back in another one for more. See you later.